This is starting to become active. So I said this was being implemented. It's starting to become active in some U.S. states, with schools now adding media literacy, that was that red box that we were reading, to their K through 12 curriculum. So if we take a look from California, this was from Good Morning America. California's new law requires K through 12 students to learn media literacy. This is straight from UNESCO. It's literally in their document that they released, media literacy framework. So this is straight from that. And it says California passed a new law that will mandate K through 12 students to learn media literacy as part of their modules plan. The bill is designed to help students develop skills in identifying false information online. Again, who clarifies it as false, or who defines it as false information? Amid the worrying rise of distrust in media. I wonder why there's a distrust in media. I wonder why. He goes on to say, signed into law by Newsom in October, Bill number 873 requires media literacy content to be incorporated into the mathematics, science, and history, social science curriculum frameworks. The bill, which will commence in January of 2024, so coming up, was introduced by Assembly Member Mark Berman from San Mateo County. In a statement via his website, Berman highlighted the importance of integrating the course into the school's syllabus, saying teaching media literacy is a key strategy to support our children, their families, and our society that are inundated with misinformation and disinformation on social media networks and digital platforms. As we've seen too often in the last decade, what happens online can have the most terrifying and real-world impacts. Oh no, fear. From climate denial. Again, they continue to talk about climate. Just open up the Bible. God's going to burn this thing down. He's going to burn it down in the end. There's nothing you can do. From climate denial to vitamin conspiracy theories to J6, the spread of online information. I said global and deadly consequences. The only thing deadly from the consequences is your wonderful science that brought about the vitamins. Just saying. So if you guys want to take a look, this is a snapshot of the bill. It is legit and is real, approved by Governor October 13, 2023, and it's going into effect January. So that wonderful UNESCO document that we talked about sometime in the past, again, I don't remember when we did, but I know we did, has now come about. It's getting active. And it's not just California. New York is doing it as well. I don't have a bill or anything about it, but here is none other than Hochul talking about it.
Today I'm directing the Director of Division of Homeland Security and Emergency Services to develop media literacy tools for K through 12 in our public schools. This will teach students and even teachers to help understand how to spot conspiracy theories and misinformation, disinformation, and online hate. Start talking about what we're seeing out there. Give the teachers the tools they need to help these conversations in school. And by teaching younger New Yorkers about how to discern between digital fact and digital fiction, we can better inoculate them from hatred and the spread of it, and help prepare them for a very fast-moving and often confusing world.
So they're bringing it in their state as well. So, and I get it. California, New York, Newsom, Hochul, I get it. Remember, keep focused on really what's behind all this. Don't have all your attention get drawn to, the labels that the world likes to put on these people. Yes, these are bad people. We get it. We know that. But it's not going to do us any good to get all worked up at these people when it's going to do no good. Keep in mind who is behind this. Keep in mind why it's behind this. Understand, get to know the enemy even more so we can load ourselves to go on the offensive. And understand the offensive isn't about, we're not going to be able to shut this stuff down. We still stand for righteousness when we need to. Obviously, get into your school boards and try and stop this. Stand for righteousness in that way. But understand that this is going to continue to get worse at this point. So just get to know your enemy and how to go on the offensive, which is knowing the way in order to draw people to Jesus. That is what we need to focus on, especially in these times right now. Stand for righteousness. I'm not saying sit there and do nothing, go suck your thumb in the corner, type of thing. But at the same time, we got to understand what's going on, and we need to put as much effort as we can into getting people to Jesus. And utilizing this information, these tools, is a good way to do it. And so this is another aspect of removing the ability for common sense, critical thinking, as well as objective thought. But we've also gone over so much in regard to the SEL curriculum, social emotional learning curriculum, and how the root of this is to mold and warp the child's soul. Not just the mind, but they want the soul of the child. And so they're doing this in order to get to the soul, to twist it, to mold it into a mystery religion towards of spiritualism. So it's not just, hey, we're just going to conform and go along with the stuff that you're telling us. No, this is now they actually believe in the stuff that you say. You know how we talk about the gospel, how there's a difference between knowing and believing? Well, it kind of applies to this as well. They don't want kids just to know. They want the kids to believe. And there's a lot more depth to that. So keep that in mind. There's a lot more going on under the surface of this stuff. Satan wants you to get all riled up and only focus on getting mad at those faces and the labels that the political labels that they have and the states that they have. He wants you focused on that. Understand there's a lot more going on underneath, and try and use that to your advantage to get people to Jesus. Something to think about. This is adding another layer of protective coding on top of what they've been doing to continue to limit the ability of counter information. And they're trying to train people to not even have any chance of counter thinking. That's what they're working on. So if you get to somebody's beliefs, there's no chance that they're going to start questioning things at that point. This is obvious to us, but it's important to understand the hatred Satan has for truth. I started this off with this. He hates truth. He wants it. He doesn't want it just gone. He doesn't want it just limited. He wants it crushed into the dirt. He wants it eliminated from existence. He doesn't even want it to be there. He hates it that much. His entire agenda, Satan's entire agenda, is built on lies. And so the agenda being accomplished for him is also built on lies. Eliminating as much truth as possible is one of his goals, and this folds into that.